game changer in natural gas facility. Who or what is the game changer here? So I introduce you the FLNG, our game changer. What is FLNG? FLNG stands for Floating Liquefied Natural Gas. But before going further, let us understand the meaning behind the terms first. So, NG stands for natural gas. Natural gas is the Earth's cleanest fossil fuel gas and it is colorless and odorless. Natural gas can be formed when living organisms, be it any plants or animals, were sank or buried and layered deep down under the Earth's surfaces over millions of years with an intense heat and pressure. And this natural gas can be extracted by drilling. But a thing needs to be reminded that this natural gas is dangerous to be transported in the gas form. So we need to convert it into LNG, which is the liquefied natural gas. This LNG is a natural gas that has been cooled down to a liquid form. So LNG is a colorless and non-toxic liquid that is safe to be transported at the atmospheric pressure, be it over the sea or through the land for the market. So this is a typical onshore plant to produce the LNG. So back to our main character today, which is the FLNG, Floating Liquefied Natural Gas. FLNG is an offshore floating facility above the usual onshore plants, also to produce the liquefied natural gas. So FLNG is a water-based vessel designed to allow the extraction of the gas resources from the underwater. Okay, now a little bit of history. The first implementer of FLNG that Malaysian can actually be proud of is the PFLNG-1, which was built by Petronas at the Kanawit gas field of Bintulu, Sarawak on the 1st of April 2017 with 145 crew on board. Now, we move to the next part of how FLNG works. Basically, FLNG is divided into several sections and the important parts are the LPG extraction, the treatment section for purification and dehydration, the liquefaction train and the hull storage tanks. And what's more interesting is there are also accommodations and utilities provided for the workers on FLNG such as gym, floating hotel food, virtual golf and also yoga class. So, how FLNG works? First, the natural gas will be extracted from the seabed and it will be transported onto the floating vessel through the flow lines. Next, the gas will be treated to remove the unwanted impurities such as carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide before cooling it down to -160 degrees Celsius to convert it into the liquid form. This is because it is easier and safer to be stored in the liquid form because the liquid state doesn't easily explosive as the gas. Then, the liquefied gas will be stored in a specific tank on FLNG before offloading it to the carrier. Lastly, from the floating platform, the carrier tank will sail for the market delivery around the world, like China, Korea, Japan, Thailand, and Malaysia is not excluded. Okay, when talking about challenges and drawbacks in designing a new technology, FLNG is not an exception. The challenge for FLNG is that the deck area is only 1/4 of the onshore liquefaction plant. So the liquefaction processes must be done in an orderly and efficient manner as FLNG have a close spacing due to high cost of the building. Besides, the containment system and the product transfer on FLNG also need to withstand the harsh sea environment such as wind, waves and also current. Therefore, the FLNG came up with a turret system. Turret mooring is used to fix the FLNG platform on the mooring points at the sea to make it rotate freely with the winds, waves and also currents, thus reducing the environmental load and the motion response of FLNG system under external interference forces. The turret doesn't only act as the mooring system for the FLNG, but also as the channel for the standpipe and umbilical cord system to reach the hull through the seafloor. Therefore, a turret fixed in the hull can ensure the FLNG system to continuously transfer the gas even under complex sea conditions. Now, moving on to the advantages of FLNG, we will justify environmentally and economically. First, environmentally, FLNG gas is clean burning and low carbon because it emits the least amount of carbon dioxide into the air when combusted. Thus, the air pollution can be decreased. Second, the cost is much lower compared to the conventional setup of LNG as it is located at the offshore field, so it can avoid the high cost construction of subsea pipeline, and it also can overcome the land issue because no on-land construction is needed because all the work and process occurs steadily on the ship. So, economically said, FLNG securely meets the delivery schedule on time as the production process requires less time compared to the conventional setup. Not just that, it also opens up to exploration of new fields in FLNG as well as new job opportunities. Lastly is the safety part. Do you think FLNG is safe to be used, especially for the employee? So to be honest, I will say yes, because many research have been done regarding this project, making FLNG is safe and compatible to be used. Therefore, we'll introduce you on how the safety of FLNG is optimized. So this is the typical FLNG arrangement produced by the Shell. And as you can see, the accommodation space for the employee is located as far as possible from the LNG facilities and near to the evacuation part. So this makes it safer for them to do their routine while working. Next, they also built a safety gap between each part of FLNG facilities to limit the explosion potential. Lastly, to maximize the safety in FLNG, they built a system of evacuation, escape, and rescue strategy. As you can see, there are three types of evacuation area, which are the primary, secondary, and tertiary evacuation. So, the primary evacuation is for the helicopter, secondary is for the totally enclosed motor-propelled survival craft, and the tertiary escape is for the life raft. So that is all for this video. I hope it will be informative and useful for us all. Thank you.